Okay, I'm gonna start recording. I have in here all the material that I'm using today, especially in my coffee, of course. Brushes, painting. I just want to share a little secret. I have my painting that I've been using throughout the day in here. I usually put it there so like that it doesn't get dry. When you're working with oils, you have to be a little more careful. Well, oil takes longer to dry, but I definitely like to paint with my paint to be fresh and beautiful and glowing and amazing. So anyway, today I first of all want to thank you all for being here, and let's jump right to this painting and let's start right now so like I have enough time to finish it. I have already added some layers to this painting. It has also an acrylic layer underneath. Then I started, you let it dry, make sure it's really dry. And then I added just give me a second. And I added a layer, several layers. I believe this is the third layer with oil. It's just working in sessions just to make sure I can I let it to dry a little bit, not to dry fully, but at least to be manageable to continue working and creating layers. Because in this painting, the main thing that I wanted is to create bold colors and express myself, my emotions in these colors. So you're gonna see these layers that you see in here, and so today I'm gonna do my best to finish this painting right here in this section so you can see the final results. So let's jump into Call Me Summer, a joyful story behind my new season collection. So, hi everybody, my name is Patricia and welcome. I'm really grateful you are here because today I'm sharing something that feels personal, exciting, and deeply symbolic to me, believe it or not. My new summer art collection is a collection I've been dreaming about, building pieces by pieces, not just with brushes and colors, but with emotion, story, and intention. This isn't just a seasonal collection, it is a visual journey. It's about how we grow, how we heal, how we remember who we are, and how we express all of that through light, color, texture, and meaning as well, of course. It's about how we endure joyfulness but also pain. And today, I want to bring you behind the scenes so you can see I'm working on this painting and but into the why behind every choice I made. Not just into the painting themselves, but into the why, the inspiration, the layers, the personal meaning behind the symbols that you see in each painting. So grab something cozy, settle in, and let me tell you how it all started with a painting called Call Me Summer. Excuse me. Call Me Summer. So this piece that you see right here is basically the vibrant opening of the entire series. It's not literal, it's emotional. Comic Summer doesn't yet include the eagle or the coconut tree or the recycled elements you will see later or that you saw in the coconut tree painting that I was talking last week. But what it does hold is the feeling of summer before anything else. I want to start with the energy of the season, the feeling before the form. You know, that moment when the season is just about to turn, when the light changes and everything feels alive again. That's what this painting it means to capture. It bursts with sun washed yellow, bold ocean blues, as you can see in here, soft whites. You see these beautiful whites in here, glowing greens, all these colors that feel like sunlight warming your skin, waves hitting your feet, or just the inner freedom you often crave during the summer. A time, a time to bloom, breathe, and be. The flow is loose, you can see in this painting. It's expressive, it's emotional, almost like the painting is saying, I am here, I am alive, I am enough. Even look at my side, but I'm enough. That's why I call it Call Me Summer, because she really have a lot of personality and self-expression. Because sometimes a feeling speaks before words. That's a big reality. Before identity. And I wanted this piece to be the open door with warmth and colors inviting you. As you can see in here, it is beautiful. This painting and all of the other in this collection will be available in my website. You can find it under the tag What's New. And adding them one by one. And yes, so where we go from here? We are going to start with deeper symbols. As the collection grows, you will start to see recurring elements showing up, symbols that tell deeper stories. For example, the eagle in the other painting you saw last week, you will notice the eagle soaring in some of the upcoming paintings. For me, the eagle stands for vision, clarity, and inner strength. It sings from above. It reminds us to look beyond the moment. That is very important. Sometimes you get lost in the moment and you forget to look beyond that moment, that painful experience. So look always beyond the moment. To trust the process, even when things feel uncertain. Remember, life is full of uncertainties. The ego asks basically to believe there is something bigger happening, even if we don't yet understand it. That's powerful, especially for those of us who face loss, change, or adversity. It's basically meaning to rise above the fog and see the full sky again. And when you look at the coconut tree is basically a symbol. It means a lot to me because it represents resilience, endurance, and being grounded. Being grounded is important, especially when we're going through adversity. That is important. We have to keep our head up and strong. Think about it. Coconut tree grows in places where the environment can be really tough. Salty air, strong winds, shifting sands, and yet they thrive. They stay rooted, bend with the storm, and still reach toward the sky. You see how and the happiness that you feel when you see a coconut tree is unbelievable. I see myself in that. Maybe you do too. I hope that's the case. That's that no matter what you've been through, you are still here. You are still growing, and still reaching, and it's still beautiful. It is a process. In the coconut tree painting, as you remember, I also added a element. It was the recycled piece that I put in there, and I discussed it also in my last live stream. One of the most personal touches I added in there, because every painting in this collection includes at least something that is very emotional. In that one, I added the recycled material, the one that I was talking last week. I went over how the recycled material was a very symbolic part in that painting, because it represents something from the past, giving new meaning. And why? I believe in reclaiming, and I believe is basically reclaiming our stories, taking what we live through, joy or pain, and turning into art, beauty, and purpose. The most important thing, turning into purpose. What did I learn from that bad experience? How I can use that for a future for something good. We don't have to throw away the entire past. We use those parts that we can recycle, and we can heal, and we can transform using all the experiences that we have under our belt. So every recycled piece becomes a part of the painting. And there are also emotional layers behind that collection. As a visual artist and as a mental health advocate, this is my hard work. I create to make something meaningful. I use color, I use symbol, I use texture to talk about the things that are often hard to say: grief, change, growth, freedom, joy. This collection carries all of that. And going back to Call Me Summer, is the heartbeat of the season, joyful, bold, radiant, and free. But also, and I think most importantly, reflective, soft, honest. Each piece that follows builds on this energy, but goes deeper. The colors will evolve, the symbols will take shape, and the story will grow, just like we do in real life. If you think about it, we do. Here's how you can be part of this beautiful journey. So, if any of these pieces speak to you, I would love for you to explore the collection with me. All of the paintings, including Call Me Summer and the new ones I'm adding, will be available on my website under the tag What's New. You can check them out anytime. And yes, if one calls you, you can purchase right there, or you can even send me an email directly. I will be also sharing some behind the scenes and creating updates, progress videos, and definitely I will continue making live stream. Like I mentioned it before, live stream for me is connecting with the viewers, is having that experience that otherwise we will not get it. So for me, live streaming is gonna it kind of is being part of this whole journey that I'm living along with each one of you in here, supporting my work. And I show how these paintings come together in real time. Although I start like I it's really hard when you're doing live streaming to start painting and at the same time talking. But because sometimes I get distracted, and especially when you're talking something that to me matters a lot, I want to just give you my full attention, talking and talking and talking. So But I do my best to kind of go over, you know, um, well, what the intention of the live stream is: engaging, sharing, talking. So if you want to see the process, make sure to subscribe, because like I said, I will continue adding updates. And if you're watching this as part of a live event or video, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear the story too. Art, after all, is about conversation and reflecting. I want to leave you with this. It is a permission slip to claim joy, to reconnect with your life, to begin again. Whether you see yourself in the eagle flying, the coconut tree grounded and growing, and the recycled beauty of your past, this collection is a mirror of all of that. It reflects where we've been, where we are going, and the possibilities of what we can still create in our journey. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to continue sharing my work, engaging with all of you. Thank you for watching, listening, and thank you for allowing me and my art to be part of your journey. And again, to subscribe, and thank you for all the support. My website is listed in the bio, so you can find my website. Also, if you go to www.patriciahoustonpaintings.com, you can find all my paintings there. And again, thank you for the support that I'm receiving from each one of you. Thank you all. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the rest of your day.